Travis Wingazzo. We got a lot of stuff to go over, and I'm not sure if I should wait until tomorrow, include it in a big long video, or if I should break it up. But remember the video I did today on day 7, and I told you that something was going to happen with the church, with Nelson. Well, guess what? Turns out he was speaking to California Mormons in an online thing just for them, a special broadcast. And did I not call it? That's how it works, guys. Joseph Smith translation, Revelation 12:1. Signs in the heavens, things on earth, fulfilled. Gog spoke to the Mormons, Magog Mormons in California as the moon is falling. And so the church is worldwide. That's obvious. And as a worldwide church, he's supposed to be the shepherd of Mormons. He's supposed to care for Mormons, take care of their needs, both physically and temporally. I've been wanting to include a commentary on Bruce R. McConkie's video I did for you the other day, with a little segment that I got from it, because I listened to the whole talk. And it is horrifying to know what I know now and going back to listen. Because what's going on now is what Bruce R. McConkie prophetically warned about and said we're on our own. And then sure enough, Nelson is leaving Mormons to themselves, to pull themselves up by their own bootstraps. He's abandoned the Ukrainian Mormons. He's not even sending aid to the surrounding countries for those 300,000 refugees, let alone the Mormons in Ukraine who are evacuating, who have evacuated. So, 48 congregations, 11,000 members in Ukraine. 11,000 Mormons abandoned by Russell M. Nelson. And he's off gallivanting to the people in California. Doesn't even mention it. I do have his full talk. He can't hide it from me, even though he put the church news thing this time on YouTube. I'm very well aware that he did that. His talk instead was about 3 things for the Mormons in California. First, the Mormons in California know what is to be true, and you should focus on that. And I did that video today, and been doing that video for years. What Mormons know to be true, they don't know. They only believe. There's a difference between believing what is true and knowing what is true. When somebody tells you what to believe, you don't know it. You're just trusting that what they're telling you is true. You haven't learned it for yourself. So the first vision We all know to be true because we are told that Jesus Christ and Heavenly Father visited Joseph Smith. Now watch my video. I go over in the scriptures, the whole scriptures, not just Joseph Smith stuff, all of it. Mormons do not know what is true. And so he says, increase what you know by studying from sources you can trust. Ooh, that's conform and comply authoritarianism. He says he trusts you to choose the right sources, but we all know exactly what he means because he said it before. Only church approved sources. And so technically you should be coming to me for studying the scriptures, studying Mormonism. I'm the only one you can trust. And the mere fact that you don't believe it and have already put your thumbs down and run away is evidence of that. The videos I've done about how Mormons are, according to the Book of Mormon, past feeling. That they're gone. Nope. Sure enough, they proved it with the thumbs down. And so that's the sad thing, is we know we can't trust him. He is not a reliable source. Israel, what does it mean? Translated. Nope. Not let God prevail. The passage concerning the cornerstone becoming the capstone. Oh, wait, Nelson doesn't call it that. It's the chief cornerstone of the cornerstone now. See, we can't trust him. We can't rely on him for anything. He knows nothing. And he's distracting you from the real focus of Ukraine. Remember the story about Brigham Young? He's in conference and gets word during his talk that there are saints trapped in the snow coming across the plains. And he stops the conference and says, we need to go rescue those people. And so he sends out others to rescue them. And ends the conference. Did Nelson do that for this devotional? Was there a cancellation to all the stake presidents down in Southern California? Notify the members the devotional is canceled. Nelson's having to deal with rescue operations and survival aid kits for the Mormon refugees, the 11,000 refugees, as well as trying to help others. What would be the better missionary tool? Over 300,000 refugees now, and 11,000 Mormon. What would be the better missionary tool and the better example for Mormons? Yeah. Truckloads upon boatloads upon plane loads of supplies and aid for the refugees. He doesn't need to get near Ukraine. He can go into the various countries where the church is well liked and friendly with and send them to the borders to help out. The people will see this came from the church. I've never heard of this church. I've driven past the temple, but I don't know what they believe. Excellent missionary tool. It was used on my mission. Had companions who said, hey, let's go do some service projects today. Great. And we'd go do yard work or other chores, mowing lawns, playing basketball with a neighbor who did eventually join the church with the successive missionaries, as they told me. Actually, I saw him. I saw him come to our stake center where I was waiting for transfers. And I go, hey, I know you. And yeah, I joined the church. And now in retrospect, I go, oh man. But yeah, service, taking care of people's physical needs so that then they are in a comfortable place, a secure place to say, okay, what's with this spiritual stuff? And Nelson dropped the ball, just like the sign in the heaven told us he would drop it. This was a major blunder on Nelson's part, as he's telling Mormons to stay away from me when I'm the only one you can trust for church knowledge. The only one, whether you believe it or not. The second one is make and keep covenants. You mean the temple, the covenant path, the loyalty to the church over the United States of America? He says that will increase our power and spiritual discernment. For what? See, he just throws it out there, and Mormons are left to fill in the blanks for their own personal spiritual witness opinions. It's a very dangerous tool by evil people. As Russian news, I've got some stuff from that to tell you about. And then the third one is telling Mormons to gather Israel. No, he does not have that correct. Joseph Smith began the gathering. Great and Abominable Church took over. Great and Abominable Church is gathering people in their own lands because the United States shut down Brigham Young. Ended the church after John Taylor died. Or while he was in jail or prison. I haven't checked the dates on that yet. I should. But no, the gathering is the latter days to Zion, with the exodus of Mormons out of the church, the Great and Abominable Church. And he doesn't even know anything about it anyway. He thinks Israel means let God prevail. So this was very disturbing, yet, wow, the sign in the heaven came true, came to pass. What do you know? What do you know? And so, there are some scriptures, inasmuch as you have done it unto the least of these, my brethren, you have done it unto me. Well, he's neglecting the Ukrainian Mormons. He's done it unto his God. He's done it unto the true God. He just, we know him by his fruits now. And to care for the poor and the needy, to be a shepherd, to make sure that they don't get lost and destroyed by the wolves. He's the president of a worldwide church. He's supposed to have had his meeting on Thursday, if not an emergency meeting, once Putin invaded. to discuss how do we free our Mormons, because we failed to have them leave when the missionaries and the temple was closed down. Missionaries left and the temple closed down. That would have been a perfect opportunity to show he's a prophet of God, warning Mormons in advance and preparing refuge, safety, and peace for them, even if temporarily in another country, so that they could be provided with their needs and not have to go through all this. But he dropped the ball. Again, consistent pattern of dropping the ball under Nelson's watch. Do you understand this? I'm not the bad guy here. This is what every leader should be doing. If it were just a simple business, the CEO of the business, if there's a shooting at the business, he has to immediately go there, work with the cops, and make sure the employees are taken care of and protected. You don't just say, I'm golfing in the Caribbean today. I won't be back for another week. He should have had emergency meetings to discuss how to help people and save people. Physically. None of this Jesus crap. His responsibility as the leader of the church is both physical and spiritual. He's just doing spiritual crap. That's wrong. He can't even get that one right. But he's neglecting the physical needs of the Mormons. And Mormons are disillusioned. The church abandoned me. I can't go to such a church. Bruce R. McConkie, in that talk that I want to do a commentary on so badly, he quotes, a church that cannot take care of the physical needs of the members has not the power to save. And then Bruce R. McConkie passed it on to the Mormons. That the Mormons had to do it all. Dear God. That policy has gone way back. Despite Joseph Smith's, or whoever it was he was quoting. I think it's somebody else. I can't remember his name. I can see his face. I think Jeremy Reynolds quotes him. Maybe. That could be another quote. Yeah, I think it is. But regardless, it's sad. So that's what I wanted to get across for you. Yeah, there's a reason why, and I've been telling you the reason why. Not just because they're the Great and Abominable Church. They paid Russia to do this. They paid Russia to nuke it. This is why Brigham Young's church has been talking about nuclear holocaust. Bruce R. McConkie, nuclear holocaust. This is what they're planning. They paid Putin for this, so that people will realize Jesus ain't coming. But, yeah, Pope even said, see, the Pope did his emergency rush to the Russian embassy to try to get Putin to stop, and he won't, and so now the Pope has gotten up today and has announced that people prepare for Ash Wednesday for the safety of Ukrainians. Nelson, he's doing a distraction tour, neglecting tour. But remember when Oaks got up and said, we're not reporting the membership numbers in conference anymore? And then last year, too much chaos, so we're not going to report membership numbers. And now World War III, yeah, that's screwed up the numbers for Ukraine. They're purposely no longer keeping track of membership numbers. The whistleblower informed us they don't even need us anymore. They're making so much money from tithing, from interest, that they set aside, that it's more than what the church members give them in tithing, which they then take 10% and put into that. And remember, that's just one of dozens of businesses and charities, so-called, that take in money. They do the same thing for all of them, they told us. Came out with the first presidency statement on that. And I've told you that for the latter days, there will be a separation of the righteous from the wicked. And the scriptures use sheep and goats, wheat and tares, wheat and chaff, to help illustrate that division. And I've pointed out, as Nelson is doing it, he's purposely kicking out the righteous, causing the righteous to suffer, hurting the righteous, to try to purge them out of the church, so that only the wicked remains. And the scriptures tell us, with the righteous gone, I think you all know. And so he's purposely purging the righteous from the church. That's why Brad Wilcox got away with what he did. 47 minutes on that project. 7:30. I might be able to make it to get this video up today. We'll see. Okay. I'll need to bring it back up. And so, yeah, just again, guys, who let you know about today in advance? Who warned you? Not Nelson.